Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be testing two new products from Wet n Wild. The first product that I want to try is the new Wet n Wild Color Icon 5-pan palette. From what I've looked at, they had the larger pan palettes and even some of the smaller ones they released with the same names as some of the previous ones, but I don't know if the formula is the same or if the shades are all the same. But like, I know Petalette was one that they used to have in like a quad. Nude Awakening is one that they had already in a 10-pan palette that I recently just decluttered. Now I wish I kept it so we could have compared it. But who could have foreseen that, right? So I picked up the 5-pan shadow palette in the shade. I know it was written up here on the black, but after I tore the black off, now I don't see the name. Yeah, okay, so apparently once you pull off the piece that is sealing it, that takes away the name. It was something about camouflage, something along those lines. I'm not for sure. I'll put it right here. But again, these are now 5-pan eyeshadow palettes. So I did pull out my e.l.f. Bite-size eyeshadow palettes just to show you in comparison the size. And again, these are, wow, I didn't realize how similar. Are these like, okay, so this one from Wet n Wild is, I think, trying to be Cream and Sugar from e.l.f. Can you see that? Just with a slightly cooler tone color right here. Well, let's swatch them side by side then, shall we? Okay, so the top 5 are the Wet n Wild and the bottom 4 are the e.l.f. in Cream and Sugar. So they're not the exact same colors, but come on, that color scheme, besides like the glitter, like even the chocolates and the transition shade, yeah, those look pretty darn close to me. Okay, now that I have glitter literally all over my arm, let's go ahead and jump into this palette. So I am going to go ahead and prime, seriously, I have glitter everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and prime my, can you see that? I'm going to go ahead and prime with my Milani eyeshadow primer. Alright, so what I want to do is how I've been doing my eyeshadow lately, and I'm pretty positive I seen this from Jamie French, because she was talking about how her eyeshadow would get muddy with having hooded eyes, which I do too. So instead of going in with my transition shade first, I'm actually going to go in and place the deepest shade that I want in the outer corner. So let's see. Yeah, we'll go in with this brush. Where is my color switch? I'm telling you, it's one of the best investments at color switch, because I never remember what color I previously used, and then it's all over my brush. So let me pull you in. So I'm going to start by applying this to the outer. A lot of kickback, but I mean, that doesn't really bother me. I'm going to tap off. I'm just going to start. Okay, this is not the right brush. Let me find this brush. Let's try again with this more densely packed brush. Okay, I am getting some fallout, so beware. No, I don't even like that brush. What brush do I want? Maybe this brush? Oops, I got it in the glitter. Crap! Alright, third time's a charm. There we go. Okay, so I feel like I have the color packed on pretty decently. Now let's see what happens when we blend it out, if it becomes patchy or if it like lifts in certain spots. So now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush with nothing on it and blend that toward the inner corner of my eye. Okay, that seemed to shear out quite nicely. It lost a little bit of pigment, but I mean, I am blending it out. It's just the tiniest bit patchy right there. However, I had that same problem the other day when I did my eyeshadow. I can't remember what I was doing. I don't think I did it on video, but like right there I was having problem with pigment staying, so I'm not quite ready to blame that on this eyeshadow palette just yet. So now let's go in on the lid. Let's see. Okay, here's my only issue. I am not super impressed with this cool tone shade right here. Like, it's odd. I can't hardly get anything off of it unless I seriously press into it. Now this shade, this pink shade, I'm actually impressed with that. That reminds me a lot of one of the shades from the Sweet Talk palette from Colourpop. Like, I'm not sure yet about the formula, but as far as the color, that reminds me of the Sweet Talk palette. So all over the lid, let's get a flat shader brush and pack this color on. Oh yeah, that reminds me a lot of the Sweet Talk palette. Okay, it's kind of not sticking. Like, I'm not really getting much application, so I am gonna put a little bit of glitter glue. All right, so now let's see. Oh, I should have wet it. Oh well. Bam. Okay, you're gonna want to wet those shadows. Wonder what this other one would look like wet. This gray one that I'm not a super fan of. Seriously? No, that didn't really do much for it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this shade and blend that into the crease. Yo, why didn't you tell me I needed to pluck my eyebrows, guys? Come on. The colors are blending out very nicely. I'm actually going to take a little bit of this shade from the e.l.f. palette and just put that up toward my brow. Like, I just need one more lighter color. Okay, so definitely with that pink, you want to wet it. I'm going to try the gray in the inner corner, but let me clean this up. I want to try some of this glitter, but it is 112% going to need glitter glue. Now, what is neat about it is that even though it's gold, it has a reflect of both of these colors. So I kind of think that that's smart on their part to make that versatile to either shade. So I've got some glitter glue. I'm going to... Why am I singing Peggy? Peggy, Peggy, ooh. Okay, I'm going to apply this glitter glue right to the center. And then I'm going to go in with a little detailer brush, or excuse me, a very flat shader brush. This is a precision shader. Dip into that glitter and apply it right on the glitter glue because I do not want this going everywhere. So yeah, it definitely has the sparkle factor. Okay, so we're going to stop with the eyes there. I am going to quickly throw on a brow, and then we're going to get into our next product. I was just sitting here doing my eyebrows. I don't know why my eye just started watering. Can you see kind of like to that patchiness coming from that brown color right there? Okay, so let's move on. I did pick up the new Wet n Wild Barefocus Tinted Hydrator with hyaluronic acid and squalene. So let's read what this says. This oil-free perfector delivers hydrating benefits in a buildable sheer to medium tint for a flawless, soft, luminous complexion. Hyaluronic acid and plant-derived squalene help promote healthy-looking, supple, moisturized skin. and this is in the shade Porcelain. I did go ahead and put on my sunscreen, but I stopped there. I'm not going to use any type of redness corrector because I do want to see what kind of coverage we're going to get from this, if it really is buildable or not. But because there are no claims as far as anything with pore filling, I am going to use some of my Hard Candy primer balm, which, can you see that I've hit pan on? Impressive, right? I know. So I am going to put some of this on my cheeks and a little bit on my chin. Now, I was playing with this the other day and I just swatched it on the back of my hand. It is very hydrating. Like, I get what they're saying. I'm very skeptical as to the medium buildable coverage claim. So what I'm going to do, I think I do want to try this with my fingers, but I also have my wetting sponge here, or my dampened sponge here, just in case. So again, this is in the shade Porcelain. This has 0.91 fluid ounces, so not a full standard fluid ounce. And I was actually shocked by this. I don't know why I thought this was going to be not so much bigger, but like longer by the promo pictures. For some reason, the fact that it was this small kind of shocked me. I don't know why. But anyway, let's see. Look, very liquidy, very peachy in color. Okay, so, oh my gosh, that is just like straight up slip. Okay, so let's see. What do we think? Let's go in here and massage it in with the fingers and see what we think. Okay, let me get close up, see if it looks streaky or not. Actually, no. Yeah. I'm a sponge girl, what can I say? Alright, so let's go in with the sponge with one layer and see what kind of coverage we get with this. Okay, so there is one layer of the tinted hydrator. I kind of have mixed feelings on this. Like, it's really odd. It looks glowy, like, can you see like the shine to it? But then on the other hand, it looks kind of drying. Like, it actually looks really nice on my chin. Normally I have this really weird indent right there. It doesn't look the best on my cheeks. I wonder if maybe the pore filler was the wrong call. Let's see if we can build it up at all on the cheeks. So I'm just going to squeeze out just a little bit more and kind of split this between my cheeks. See what we can do here, because I do see some redness coming through, especially on this side here. I don't know. This is so odd. It's like I like it, but I don't like it. Super interesting. I think it's probably too peachy for me, yeah. So, but I mean, I believe that Porcelain is the lightest shade. But it definitely has that peachy undertone to it, for sure. I don't know. I'm very conflicted. Like, it looks good, but it looks weird. I don't quite know how to explain it. So anyway, there is that. Again, the tinted hydrator. Well, I think we're gonna have to do a wear test on this one to see how it wears throughout the day. I think, what time is it right now? Yeah, it's about 1 o'clock. So I can probably wear this till like 8 or 9 tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up the eyes. my full face on. Let's take a look up close. Yeah, it honestly looks really nice everywhere except my cheeks. So I'm wondering if perhaps the pore filler was the problem, because that's the only place I put it. Well, I did put it on my chin too. I don't know. It honestly looks nice everywhere else. It looks very natural. Medium coverage, I wouldn't say so, because you can still like see my little spot peeking through there and there. It is starting to settle just a little bit into my lines in between my eyebrows. So again, I think this is just one we're going to have to do a wear test on. So let's finish up the eyes. Alright, so let's put that on a detailed pencil brush. If I can get, it's odd in the pan, like you run your brush through it and you just don't feel like you're picking anything up. It's very odd. Let me get this wet. Okay, and let's see if we can do this with inner corner highlight. I don't know, I just would have liked a little bit more from that shade. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the under eyes. I actually think I want to take some of that pink and put it on the lower lash line. Okay, and then under that I'm going to take this kind of camel-y shade. Underneath I'm going to pinch this a little bit to get a little bit more precision. This has really been my go-to mascara, the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara with lengthening fibers. I have been loving it here lately. Okay, so here is the finished. Oh no, it's not finished, girl. You ain't got no lips on. Hold on. There we go. Now we have a finished look. Took some of my Milani Color Statement lip liner and All Natural, which is probably my favorite lip liner ever, and some of the Revlon Super Lustrous, the gloss in the shade Super Natural. I was kind of going with that pinky tone from the eyes. So everything that I am wearing will be listed down below in case you didn't see. So don't worry about that, but let's get the mirror, get an up close look, and see what we think. So let me come in here. Okay, I can tell you right now, I have glitter all over my face. There's a little bit of fallout here happening. Oh, that's a piece of glitter. So the eyeshadows, yeah, they look really pretty. I mean, this is a nice look. That shade really impresses me. This shade right here, how much that looks like a shade from the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. However, I believe these two shades on the back have an asterisk that says not for use around eyes. Well, then why put it in an eyeshadow palette? Let's think about that. But yeah, I actually think it looks really pretty. I'm interested to see how it wears. Like, that side does look a little patchy, but again, I had trouble with this side the other day when I was using different eyeshadows, so I'm not quite like... Excuse me? I don't know what she's doing. You silly papa. Come here. Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. I want to say hi, pretty girl. Oh, she's the sweetest. So the eyeshadow looks pretty. As far as the face, it does not look bad. My cheeks actually do look a little bit better. It is kind of settling into the lines on my forehead. So I think our best bet from here is just to do a wear test today, and I will let them see how it looks at the end. What do you think? Yeah, she agrees. Alright, so we will see you back here a little later. Alright, so real quick, I thought I would give you an update. Oh my god, as soon as I started talking, this guy looked like, can he hear me? Am I that loud? Okay. So I thought really quickly I'd give you an update before I go into the store, because I'm going to have to wear a mask, obviously, and someone just pulled in beside me. Whatever. Alright, so let me take a look. I know it's kind of dark. Honestly, it looks a lot better than it did when I initially did my makeup earlier. Like, now it kind of looks like it's melted into the skin. Honestly, it looks really good. So it is 5 o'clock now, so we will see. Oh man, I can't wait to get my hair done. Look at these blonde roots. But my hair is it honestly looks a lot better. Although this is kind of hard to tell too because it's a yellow light. Yeah, one thing I can tell you is there's glitter all over my face. But anyways,
I'm going to get in here and get out, and I will update you again later.